So, Ryan Ray, in your 35 years of business, was there ever a time you regretted firing an employee? Was there a time you regretted not firing one? I don't think I've ever regretted firing anybody.
No.
I don't think
No.
I've ever regretted firing anybody.
In fact, there's...
And usually when it happens, it's just a release.
Yeah.
Even if it's somebody that you're like, I don't know how we're going to do this without this person, it's always, but within 24 hours, you're like, how the fuck did we ever, why did we wait this long? And a lot of times I've let it
get way too far,
fester until it actually blows up, and it's not really a firing; it's a mutual, almost a fucking fight a lot of times. So hire fast, fire fast. If you have the idea that you want to not have that person there anymore, you need to realize that you own that fucking business. Get rid of that fucking person.
And you also need to realize that your other employees see the bad behavior of that employee that you want to fire, and they start emulating it, and they start copying it, and it totally kills morale when you have somebody who behaves badly and gets away with it consistently.
I see all those Facebook posts, and I'm sure
I'm talking about as
I know
an
what
employee.
you're talking about. We have a girl in here that's shitty, and Amanda wants to get rid of her. But the problem is, we are never going to fucking grow if you're not willing to have some fucking 50% motherfuckers. Because if you have 4 of those, everything they do is something you don't have to do. You just have to
put up with them.
You have to manage how you use them. You know that she is going to fuck up anything intricate, so you only give her simple things. You have her pre-sew things, and you have her do things, and you sit down and you demonstrate it. And then you have her show you what you just showed her and go, okay, you just did this in 1 minute. Here are 60 of these. I expect you to have them in 60 minutes. And as long as you give them accountability and an example, if you lead, they will fulfill that. And this chick worked for us and quit. Apparently, I don't even remember that she'd worked for us 3 times in the past. And she's like, I'm clean now. Everything's good. Well, if they're telling you they're clean, they're never clean. And she came in and did a good job the first week and got her paycheck and is twacked out of her fucking mind. And I sent her home. And then she'd asked if one of the other girls would give her a ride. Okay, cool. And then today she was 2 hours late. And one of my head lady in here is like, what do you want me to do with this? And I'm like, fuck it. If she'll come in here and sit down and she's not fucked up, let her sew. And she's in there sewing right now. So eventually she will catch me on the wrong day and I'll fucking launch her out of here. And like, she came in late the other day and I'm like, you're not fucking working today. Go home. What? When you can come back here, come back tomorrow. And if you're on time, you can work. And if you ever show up late again, you will not fucking work that day. And you can just walk your ass home or drive your ass home or have somebody come get you. But you're not my problem today. You asked me for a job. I didn't knock on your door and say, please come to work. You said, can I please have my job back? And I gave that to you. The next conversation we're going to have is, hey, I am going to lower your pay $2 an hour for the next 30 days. And if you can fucking get to work the next 30 days on time, I will even give you that $2 of payback at the end of the 30 days. If you don't, you will remain at that reduced $2 an hour rate for the next 30 days. And each time you miss it, that $2 pay just goes away. You just don't get it anymore. And you now make, instead of $12, you make 10, or instead of 14, you make whatever it is. I don't know what we're even paying her. It doesn't matter. But that, and they will understand. And will she understand that? I don't know. But the fact is, she's in there for 4 to 6 hours a day. And some days she's really good. She came back in good enough that I actually paid her. I think I started her back at $2 more an hour than she'd ever made working here. But it was very short-lived. So do we get rid of her, or do we have several of those that still, at the end of the day, we've got more work than we had done?
The thing, like, I agree with you on the part where it's sit here, watch me do it. I'm going to show you how to do it. Now you tell me what you did. Like, that has to be done with a lot of people. But
it does.
Usually the people who that has to be done with, they get pissed when you treat them like that.
Well, then they weed themselves out.
Yeah, I was gonna say like so then it was just a waste of time because they're not gonna listen, so they have to go.
Yeah. So Max's Path, are there any collaborations that you haven't done that you would like to? Nothing comes to mind. I'm not thinking, man, I'd really like to do this thing. Nothing jumps out really. Since the pond is having problems, Scott Hassan or Hasten? Hasten. Scott, aren't you fucking moving to Tennessee? Since the pond is having problems, would you consider draining it and making it a fallout bunker or root cellar? So it is mostly drained. When we built it, we actually put a drain in there. There's a spigot we can open and it'll drain it. And it actually is below that level now. It is definitely not in a place to put a bomb shelter or a root cellar. We're actually, it's built, well, you've seen it. It's built up. It looks like Close Encounters out there. It's like it looks like a plateau from Arizona desert. It's this big mound of dirt. Mm-hmm. And I don't want the mound of dirt there. So we're going to kind of level it out so that will actually not be there anymore. Caleb Myers, John, years ago, it was a rant video about haters and buying Porsches. Today, it's trying to get people to like and share. Do you ever get tired of doing your own marketing? Are you almost to the point of turning off the website, locking it down to a closed group? So, yeah, we're actually very close to that. And every time I'm like, why are we even fucking doing this? Every time that happens, I get an email. It's like the universe sends it to me.
That's exactly
almost.
what it is.
And literally, when I'm just so fucking frustrated, I'm like, why do we even fucking try? We put out all this content, people consume it, and they don't even acknowledge that they saw it. We financially don't get anything from this that we can trace directly to it. But every time I say that, I get an email from a dude's like, hey, I was in a hospital bid last year, and I was talking to you on live feed, and you said something that really made me pull through, and it's a year later now, and I'm doing fucking awesome. Or I was going to kill myself, and you said some things, and I just waited till tomorrow, and now it's 6 months later, and I'm still here, and I'm doing fucking awesome. Or you said something to me, and it was kind of mean and shitty, but a year later, I weigh 100 pounds less. So all you lazy motherfuckers that can't bother to like or share or comment, you're just pieces of shit. And I don't do these things for you. I do those things for the people that actually fucking put them in action and change their lives with them. And that's not, I guess that would not be people in this group. You have obviously jumped through some hoops to be here. That's why we do content on different tiers and different levels. And that's why we have private groups. And people are like, how do I get in your private group? If you're too dumb to get in the private group, you just don't get to fucking be in the private group. And if you, and like, guys are, I do these help wanted videos. And they're not really help wanted videos. The dudes that are going to comment on these videos, you're definitely disqualified. Mm-hmm. But every time I do it, guys are like, well, what's the address? Like,
I cringe every time.
If you can't figure out the fucking address or what's the name of the company, if you can't figure that out, you're definitely not going to make, like, you're going to die just getting here. Like, you're going to, literally, something here is going to kill you.
I remember when, like, if you go on Google Maps and you hover over here, it says SOE now.
But it didn't.
Yeah, I remember when it switched, and I didn't like that, because the first time I was in Tennessee, I flew here from California, drove to take a class, and then I found this place. You know, like, it's not that hard. So, like, even that little bit of help, it's like, damn, that's giving somebody else extra help.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I mean, and if you're really serious about it, I'm not coming to California and helping you pack your shit. Mm-hmm. Put what you can fucking fit in your car and start fucking driving. If you can't find Tennessee, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. How many times have we set out to go someplace and you're like, what's the address? I'm like, I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah, we just did it this weekend.
Especially with the abandoned places. Mm-hmm. Like, they're really good. Municipalities are really good about removing addresses. Yeah. Yeah. If you search abandoned hospital or closed hospital, there's never an address for any of those places. Yeah. You just get on the ground and you fucking start asking people. And people know. The locals know.
What I like to do when I'm searching for something specific like that.
You're pretty good at finding shit.
Yeah, I'll look at different color roofs and stuff. And then, like, if there's a picture that I can see that, like if you guys were standing in front of that asylum, I know that there was a building off to the left or something that looked a little bit different.
That's the 3-story. Yeah. That's the black, the coloreds. Ward.
Yeah, exactly. So then I could go on a map where I kind of know where it would be, and then find that, and then
Imagine my surprise.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago when we were in Clarksville, and Google Earth shows that there is a giant factory, huge, and we get there, and it's just a fucking grass lot.
Yeah.
It was a Google image from like 2007.
Yeah,
I'm like, how the fuck does that even work?
So I've driven past that 100 times, and that it's gated with like razor wire going in, which means you're trying to keep people from leaving.
Right.
And I thought that there was something past the tree line that it was being gated.
So I always thought that was a military facility.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And what you're seeing past the tree line, do you know what you're seeing?
No.
You're seeing Frosty Moore
meat processing.
That's literally that's why the city owns both those lots now. They're connected.
Okay.
So that building you're seeing that looks like there's like windows up high in it.
Yeah.
That's the casting plant.
Okay.
They do cast
sand casting.
iron cogs, and they built all the parts for both of those fucking that meat processing factory and that vulcanizing place.
Yeah.
But it's gone. There's another one there called Vulcan Materials, which is an enormous quarry facility, which is a ways from there.
Yeah. But so anyways, after you told me that building had been demolished, now when I drive by it, you can see that there's a footprint there.
Yeah.
But like you just don't even notice it.
Boy, they did a good job of like there's nothing there. There's a 55-gallon drum sitting out there.
Yeah.
With like
an oil drum
pump or something. And there's just a water spigot sitting out in the middle of the field.
I always thought that it was probably like a school because there's a flagpole.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And I was like, that it had to have been a school, but then when we did all the research, it makes more sense.
That's exactly why it's got to be a school. I believe it's a school, but that place that I showed you guys that you went to recently, like I saw the flagpoles.
There's a school building there.
So that's a school. There is nothing in that town. There's that school, and on the back side is a church, and I think it even has a common wall. And
they're very, very close to each other if they're not connected.
Yeah.
And it's right in the middle of a neighborhood.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Like
people
super
still
weird.
live there, but everything, like
so
anything that you would want to use, like a municipality, is gone. But they're still living there.
So I think that's a company town.
Oh, maybe.
I think it was for the power plant that's right there.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think that just since then, they've just moved to where there's actually grocery stores and shit.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going on. By the way, the business card carrier you sent me a few weeks ago for the giveaway, I cut the Velcro closure off of it, and I've been using it as my new minimalist wallet. Right on, man. Right on. So, John Witherspoon. What's up, John? John and Amanda, thanks for all you do for us, including the gentle and not so gentle poking and prodding to make us look inward at ourselves and make ourselves better every day. My question is, with all here and winter coming up quickly, is there any seasonal preparations that you prioritize over other ones in case we have one of those soggy cold snaps? I don't think we're really doing much this year, man. The row house is already in place. Firewood's there. I don't even have anything that burns firewood. I'm looking at a kerosene heater right here. I know that I've got hundreds of gallons of kerosene. We have thousands, I don't know thousands, but we have hundreds of jet boil fuel for stoves and stuff like that. I have hundreds of propane, 1 gallon, 1 pound bottles. And then I've got, 50 barbecue tanks. Yeah. Most of those are full. Like we're good, man. Like we have fuel on hand. We have multiple generators. And now we've got the solar generator stuff, so we could run for quite a while without even running fuel. We've got solar panels to feed those if we have to. We can also charge them off of gas or even off inverter out of the trucks. We're not really doing.
I think really it's going to be like preventative maintenance, making sure that things run when you need them. and just setting up, getting the animals ready for the cold.
Cody and I were talking today. It'd be nice to have like a barn with sides on it. Like we have that pole barn up there, but that's just to store hay. But the plan always was to put sides on it, and we just haven't. It would be nice to be able to move the animals into one place where we could just kind of be free little birds in a manger. I mean, none of them really eat each other. And we're going to have to build some kind of structure.
You're going to have a big-ass barn to have all those chickens in one place.
There's a lady on Instagram I follow, and she's got I don't know, it looks like it's probably this big. And she just took, I think, 2x4s and ran them down from the side, and just has bars. So she lets all the chickens in the evening, and they come in and just roost up, and she's always got fresh pine shavings or something in there.
Yeah.
But, no, we've done this for
a while.
5 years now, probably. We've overwintered with all the animals, and we're more uncomfortable out there than the animals ever are.
And even that, I mean, we got a lot of cold weather gear last year that was
we bought a lot
sufficient.
of stuff last year, so we could go out in razors and four-wheeling, and if we had to ride them to town and whatever.
I sent you a link on Instagram for those gloves that you can get wet?
I don't know. When?
Today.
I haven't seen it.
If I know he doesn't need anything, but if anybody's looking for like a winter tip, it's funny because I walked in the other day and saw that you had one sitting on the porch. Last year, you had trouble with the stock tank heaters. Like you had them, but like one broke, and so you tried to use.
So it wasn't really trouble. They just burn out over time.
Yeah, and then you couldn't find it.
So that's a good point. Right now, guys, if you're going to have water that's freezing and you have animals outside, right now is the time to buy your stock tank heaters. They're going to be $45, $50, maybe $65 in today's money.
You could probably get them on Amazon.
But as soon as you have a cold snap, and they always wait. As soon as there is a cold snap, you go to Tractor Supply Co-op, there's not going to be a fucking floating stock tank heater anywhere in your state. Just like straw. Right now, while it's 70 degrees outside, you can get straw. The day that it fucking freezes, you will not be able to get straw. It just won't be there. Or you're going to pay 50%, 100% more for it. So go buy some straw right now. Go buy some stock tank heaters. So we finally ran power up there, which really changes things, right? So I can run stock tank heaters, and the easiest thing to do during the winter, we switch everything over to water bowls. So it's just water bowls. And I have a 200-gallon stock tank up there, and I think a 65-gallon stock tank, Rubbermaid. They're black. So it heats up all day long when the sun's out, even if there's snow on the ground.
Yeah.
And I just have that stock tank heater, and I put it in one day, and the next morning I pop it in the other one. And it'll just kind of be cold, but there won't be any ice, and it'll have ice on the other one. I set it there. I'll be out there for 30 minutes taking care. By 30 minutes, that stuff is all melted, and then I just let it heat that one up. And in the morning when you come out, one is steaming, and there's steam coming out, and the other one's kind of frozen. You just pop it over there. And I just rotate them back and forth. And I use a 1-gallon pitcher, and I just move water by pitcher.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, clearly this couldn't help when a place that gets really like deep frozen. But I wonder if there was like a fan that you could just keep that water moving around. And it might. You
probably could.
Like to airate it.
Yeah, a fountain helps.
It's like harder for moving water to freeze. So just like keep it.
Yeah.
Going.
So when we get frozen, it's never for more than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we'll have 2 weeks of moving, and when it's real, like when it was really bad, and I didn't even think about really using the stock tank heaters until last year to just rotate them back and forth.
Yeah.
I was going into the kitchen with a four-wheeler, and I'd fill up 4 or 5-gallon buckets of hot water and take them up there, and then give it to the rabbits and fill the dog water bowls and stuff. But man, just having that pre-staged water there, holy shit, world of difference, man. And I could take one of those 1,000 or that 1,500-gallon tank even, and put a tank heater in there, and then just crack the faucet even.
Yeah.
And that fill the buckets up in bowls and move it that way. So it just takes a little while longer, but not a big deal.
Yeah, that's kind of the stuff that where you're at now. Like you have everything, you figured it all out.
Yeah.
Winter sucks for that kind of stuff, but you have it working. So
yeah, and I'll have I just have so many rabbit bowls that I use big plastic. The best place to buy bowls from is Walmart. They have these big dog bowls, and you can get like a 6-inch, a 10-inch, and a 12-inch dog bowl. So in the winter, we put much bigger water bowls in because they just take longer to freeze. And they will, by the morning, they'll be frozen solid. And I'll bang them out, and the ice comes out. But over time, they get kind of brittle, and those bowls will crack. So what I do is I have a whole nother set of bowls. So I will just take, in the garage, I'll ride around to the garage, and I'll put 20 bowls on the four-wheeler, and I'll take them up there, and I'll take the frozen bowls out and put them on the four-wheeler, and I'll take those and put them in the garage, and when they melt, I just toss the water out, so I'm not banging them around. They last way longer.
Yeah.
You can use metal ones, but they're super cold to your hands. Like I use a pellet scoop for scooping animal feed. In the winter, that metal fucking scoop is super ridiculously cold on your hands, so I use a plastic one during the winter. Sure, you can use gloves. I just don't. It's easier not to.
It's a preference thing.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
So, Vince Vega. Any plans for the Cayman S or Panamera? Haven't seen those in recent videos. So, they are sitting
in the farmyard,
right out in the farmyard.
They look good there.
Because
you come around the volcano and you see all these luxury cars. It looks good.
pretty funny.
we moved them because that's where the vendors were set up for the event. They're sitting there, man. The Cayman. So those cars, I used to keep them in the garage, and then we put the gym in the garage, so those cars stopped going in the garage, and the sun has just destroyed the paint on them. So you can totally fix them, but the quick fix is just to wrap them, and we just haven't been driving them. When COVID started, we drove the Panamera into Nashville, and they were not maintaining the roads, and it literally, you would go from a section on the interstate that would drop 4 inches, like the overlayment of the interstate was just gone. So that's when we bought the trucks, started running the trucks, and we took the cars out of, like once a month, we'll start the cars up and we'll go drive them around just to move the fluids around. It's just not my focus right now. We do have another steel building sitting here. I got to put, $50,000 of concrete in at this point. I have this building's 10,000 feet. I have a 5,000 foot extension that'll basically go on the front where the cars park out front. It comes out from the building 35 feet. It's 2 feet taller on the edge where it matches up, and it's a much more robust building kit than the current building we have, which is pretty robust. And it runs the entire length of the building. It will actually add 5,000 plus feet onto the front edge of the building. So what it will basically do is covered parking, and then we can put doors on it and make roll-up doors or encase it or do whatever we want to do with it at that point. But what it really will be is a fucking giant 5,000 square foot garage that we can park all of the equipment and vehicles in and get them out of the sunlight.
It's going to be a catch-all. It's going to be like that flat table right inside your door where you put everything.
Yeah.
So, Jeremy Wilson, first, thanks for answering my previous question. Definitely had some things to think about. Not sure what that was. My question is, when someone starts at SOE, what does the learning curve look like? Do they start by observing other workers, then sewing simple stuff, or do they work on mastering one item first, then move on to other stuff? So it depends who you are. I don't bring guys in here and teach them how to sew. I've never taught a dude how to sew where it didn't go terribly sideways and then they think they're competition. Like never one time ever have I taught a person how to sew that didn't go out and try to start a business competing against us. We teach women to sew. Well, we really don't even teach women. Women know how to sew. We hire almost anybody that wants to come in and sew that can actually sew. We rarely teach anybody how to sew anymore because they just, if you're going to pick it up fast, you're going to pick it up and you're going to do it. Whereas typically we try to teach a lady how to sew 90 days, she's still fucking around. And we finally you're not improving any, but to teach somebody how to sew, it really takes time away from 3 of my best employees that we have. So we don't teach dudes how to sew. Dudes come in here to work all the time, and what you get paid depends on you. You usually don't know who that person is for 30 days, maybe even 90 days. They'll do everything perfect that is required to get the job, and then they do less, and they never do what is required to keep the job, and they never improve. But every now and then you get a person in that just constantly improves. Hey, what can I do next? Hey, how can I add more value? Hey, and they're doing all the shit that at the end of the day, they're taking the trash out even though nobody told them. They're cleaning the bathroom even though nobody told them. Those people will not be doing that shit very long because they're going to be too valuable to you to do it. So, like dishes, I do all of the dishes here because I can pay one of my guys to do the dishes, or I can just do the dishes. I can put some earbuds in, turn on a YouTube video, and within 10 minutes, I have every fucking dish done, and I know that it's done in a manner that I want it fucking done, and it doesn't have to be redone. So my dudes that work here are back working within their task, and it makes a big difference at the end of the day, them being in there doing what they do. I have guys that cut material, which feed all the sewers, and then I've got a dude that marks all the stuff for the sewers that allows them to stay seated and sewing. And then he also clips and cleans all the stuff that gets put out to you guys. And then towards the end of the day, Amanda's over there at that table looking at what she's going to take photos of, and we're deciding what's going online, what's not going online. And that's the revenue. And it's just a big circle. I've got a few dudes here that I could take out and we could do literally anything that needs doing. But financially, they are best left doing what they do. Ethan, who's here, he would love to be out here right now. He would love to be out chopping trees down or chainsawing stuff. Every time I'm like, hey, I got something for you outside, he's always excited to do it. Mm-hmm. And if he's not, I've never seen him not excited to do anything, no matter what it is. I've never seen him be like, really? Or, oh, man, never. And it's just because that's the person he is. I don't even remember what the question was.
Well, I want to say something about you doing the dishes. So sometimes people ask me how you are to work with because, you come off as abrasive on the internet sometimes.
Well, that's because people are fucking soft.
Yeah, and I say
they should look within themselves.
Absolutely, and I mean, especially with you and James, like what you guys always say is the truth, and then when you meet you in person, like you say the truth in an abrasive way on the internet to get people's attention, but in person,
But I don't think either one of us did it to get other people's attention. We did it because it's just fact and brevity.
Yeah, that's true, but it does get people's attention. But when you're here, like, you're going to say the same thing. It's just not going to come off as that, But I just always say he does the dishes. Like what other what other company owner do you know that is doing the dishes after he fed his entire staff? You know what I mean?
Stood and ate with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't have the boss's table. Mm-hmm. We all eat lunch together. Mm-hmm. And
I think that is very telling of how you like to run your company, and it's a good thing.
I tell people when I hire them, especially if I expect them to last, I'm like, look, man, I'm going to say some things when I need something corrected. I'm going to say it in a manner that you might take as shitty. I need you to realize that I just need it corrected.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you correct it, we won't ever have the conversation. But I need you to know when you leave here at the end of the day, if you're frustrated or upset about it, or you feel like you need to go home and be like, John, I want you to realize that I already forgot it. Mm-hmm. Like it's already out of my head. I've said it. I'm going to come in here and I'm not even going to remember that it happened. I'm not going to be mad at you for it until I see it again. Mm-hmm. Just me saying, hey, have you thought about doing it this way, or showing you a recommendation?
It takes too much time.
No, I do that. That's me allowing you to come to the result I want on your terms. Okay. Because the next time I'm going to twist his arm and I'm going to be like, look, hey, remember when I showed you how to do that? That's because I want you to do it this way. I've been doing this 35 years. You don't have a better way to do this, so do it this way. Mm-hmm. And then if I see you again, I'm like, hey, this is what is required. Watch me do this. Now you do it. Now that's how you do it from now on. Unless it's, if it's something stupid and it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But a lot of the stuff, if they're burning threads differently than how I burn them, you're going to burn the product, or the thread's not going to be burned correctly, right? Mm-hmm. So the end user is going to see a difference. So most of the stuff, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter.
Well, I just with the dishes thing, like you don't find that other places,
No, you don't. No, I don't think you do. Yeah, I really don't interact with a lot of the employees very much.
That's the other thing. Annie was always like, What'd you guys talk about? He said hi as he ran by.
Right.
Well, that's not me and you. It's because you have fucking headphones
Yeah,
on
exactly.
all day long.
That's the thing. Everybody's got headphones.
And I know what that means. That means leave me the fuck alone, because that's why I wear headphones.
Yeah.
But we just hired a new lady who's doing really well. And one of the things I told her, I go, you're allowed to say anything you want to me. You are not allowed to say anything about me to somebody else. And that goes for everybody in this building. If you need to have a conversation, you're allowed to say anything you need to say to anybody in here. But what you're not allowed to do is talk about that person when they're not present. Like, just if we head that off and we just set that up, we had a girl working, and some of the girls were like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, hey, does she do a good job?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah. I go, is she not one of your top 3 people? They're like, yeah. I go, then everything she does is something you don't have to do. I go, head that shit off. I go, have you not thought that maybe she comes in here and the only praise she gets is here? Have you not thought of that maybe?
Yeah.
And it stopped. We just had it like, don't permit it. Stop it now, and set the culture that you want. Right? Set the example.
That's exactly what it is. It's that you set the culture that you want, and it's a very well run, and like I think everybody's happy in there.
Yeah, it's very cohesive.
I've never seen anybody like angry or anything.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And I mean, if there is, we head it off early.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see when I walk through there and something's up. When you walk in there and none of them sewing machines are running, there's something going on.
Yeah, that's true.
They're fucking around, or somebody's pissed off, one of the two. So, I mean, we just, and at the end of the day, hey, how was today? You know, what do we need to do? When I walk in the building, the first thing I say when I see, like, I was working out this morning, came out of the gym, she's there. I'm like, what do you need me to do? When I see Cody in the morning, I'm like, what do you need of me? And when Miranda comes in, Miranda, what do you need me to do? And if they don't have anything, then I'll go do my thing. But if they have some task that needs doing, that's what I'm gonna. How am I best used within my business to help my people? Right? What can I do?
Yeah.
So that's what we do. That's like when you get here and you're like, I'm like, hey, let's fucking knock out Panic Prep. You're like, I can wait. We can do. I go, let's just do it because I know you have to have it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the one thing that and you can have that done at your leisure. You'll have 2 days to have it ready to go. So that's why we knock it out. I just stop what I'm doing. When you're here, I stop what I'm doing, and that's our task for the day.
Yeah, and that specifically, like, not specifically Panic Prepper, but like when we have something to do, it's nice that you're like, okay, let's go do it. You know, that's not the way a lot of other people.
Yeah, but I
you
pay
know?
you to be here.
Yeah,
like that's a you are an asset.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
You're not and not depreciating. Like, you're an asset. I pay you to be here, so let me be the best I can be, so that you can do your best job.
And I don't think there's a lot of other business owners that are like that. That's what I was saying, you know.
Which is baffling. I mean, if you're paying fucking people to come in here, like, why would we not, you know?
Exactly.
It's like the equipment. If the machine's down, that's a fucking problem. If your chair's uncomfortable, that's a problem. My girls buy their own fucking chair. I'm like, stop doing that shit. Just go, buy whatever the fuck you want to buy, and then print out a receipt, and I will pay you back for whatever it is you want.
And that actually is probably easier for you, because instead of having to find a chair that 10 people are going to find.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. If you think you want a fucking a padded velvet, whatever the fuck it is you want,
Exactly.
whatever. I don't give a shit. It's yours. When you're mad and you leave, just take that bullshit with you. But if that pleases you, that's an easy fucking way to. That's an easy fucking win.
Yep.
Let them have. You want? Amy just bought nippers. I give everybody nippers. I buy them dozens at a piece. They're like $25. She bought these badass black. Maybe they almost look like they're PVD. You know, black nippers. She's like $45. I'm like, I will pay you for those. I'm like, that's expensive for nippers. She's like, yeah, but aren't they awesome? I'm like, they're freaking pretty awesome. So, but you drop them one time, man, and they're fucking trashed.
Yeah.
But if Amy wants black nippers, fucking more power to her. Yeah. Awesome. Good for her.
Is there any more questions?
There are not. You got anything you want to close with?
No.
We'll make something up then. Tell them how awesome it is working with me.
So, I had a lot of people ask me what it's like to work with my husband. And I'm like, you don't understand. If he's pissed at me, in 5 minutes, he doesn't know he's pissed at me. So I do what I need to do. I get it over with. And we both have our own jobs to do in the business. So we don't really interact a whole lot during the day anyway. So it's not even like working with my husband.
Well, I mean,
It's easy.
Amanda does not delegate tasks. Amanda does a lot of things through the day that she should give to somebody else. So, because she doesn't do that, when I need them done, they have to fucking be done. And if I feel like they haven't been done quick enough, and that's usually 2 or 3 days, I will throw a fucking fit. Because I know that will get the result. Like, we can do this and you can just handle this right the fuck now and be done with it. Or I can come in here and act a fool in front of fucking 20 people and the results are going to be the same. But if you do it right off the bat, meaning within an hour or two, then it's a lot fucking easier for everybody. And especially and it usually has to do with a customer, right? It usually, hey, we're going to ship this, but we don't have this, so I need a partial refund, which falls on her to ship it. Mm-hmm. It's usually stuff like that.
I have headphones on mostly, so I don't hear what's going on. But when I see you, like, this needs to happen now, it's always to help a customer get their shit, you know? Which
it is.
Also
always. Always.
Mm-hmm.
That's always what it is.
That's about, when I'm up front working, that is always what it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I try to be involved with... I try to make 20 orders per day ship that would not have otherwise shipped. And a lot of times I'll just look, I'll go through and I'll see that we'll have a stack of orders with only one item remaining, right? So I'll just grab all the ones. I'm like, shit, I can make these 10 things in an hour, right? So I'll just sit down and fucking do them. And yes, I'm working for an hour doing this thing, but I'm also just listening to content or, whatever.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when I'm sewing, like I sewed yesterday for probably 6 hours. Mm-hmm. And I'll just go out in the gym and just fucking knock out a couple sets of something, hang and stretch, and come right back. And it's like I hadn't even been there, just right back to work.
I don't think that you would have gone this far with a sewing company if you didn't like to sew,
Well, and that...
Dude, I sew... I think people don't realize, like, I sewed probably 10 hours this weekend.
Mm-hmm. And him being on the sew floor motivates his girls to be... on point because they're like, the fucking owner of the company is sitting right there. Yeah. I can see that he's working, and I better get my shit in line and do it.
And with that, there's no, he expects me to do this,
right?
Because he expects you to do what he's
doing.
Exactly.
I set example. Like anytime there's some bullshit going on, I'm like, hey, come watch me do this, right? Mm-hmm. Even though you've been taught by 2 other people, watch me do this, and I'll just build it, and I'll go, how long did that take? They're like 5 minutes. I'm like, you know what that means? That means that 20 minutes you've been taking, that means you have 10 minutes to do it. That's what that means. Mm-hmm. I've demonstrated it. They've demonstrated it. Girl doing something, the same problem child, right? She was fucking around with something. And Miranda's like, look, do this. And she's like, well, I just did it how you told me. I go, if you fucking did it how she told you to do it, she wouldn't be telling you a third time. Mm-hmm. Fucking sew this shit and run that fucking sewing machine or walk the fuck out of here and I'll do your job. And lo and behold, she did her fucking job.
That's what we were talking about earlier. Like, if you have to hold their hand...
If I'm saying something to you, it's because you're being disrespectful. And really what should happen is one of them other girls should fucking punch you in the mouth. Like, Miranda's just very,
She's nice.
Yeah, she's very nice.
She's nice. And Miranda shouldn't have to do that. But the fact is, Miranda, runs shit out there right now. And... we've got this fucking dingbat that's it's like a werewolf. You don't know what I'm like, look, I don't care that you're taking drugs. You just need to take some drugs that fucking speed you up. And if you're going too fast, you need to take a little less of those. Like, I don't care what you do on the weekend, but if you come in here, that's a problem.
That's so funny because that reminds me when I was managing bands, like everybody was on drugs. But I would never allow them to take anything that would not let them get up and play.
Right.
Man, you want to see a great movie? Get them to the Greek.
Oh, yeah, I love that movie.
Fucking amazing movie.
It's a hilarious movie.
Yeah, Russell Brand.
It's like, of course there's going to be drugs. Just take the right drugs.
Right. Yeah. You don't have no time to be fucking sleepy.
Exactly.
Well, our girl's problem is she's moving too quick. And that's why I go, throttle your shit back 10%. You can clearly do the job. But you're here to do the job. Mm-hmm. Like, when you're here, do the job. I go, whatever the fuck is happening before you get here and after you leave here, I go, that's not important. I go, this job is going to pay you more money than you've ever made in your life if you last long enough. And this job right here is going to give you all the money to do anything outside of here that you want to do. We're good. That's the end of it.
Okay. We're still rolling, but I got a warning that we're going to run out.
I see it blinking, yeah. All right, we're good.
Cool.
Ooh.